It's Chase to the Checkered, featuring the NASCAR Winston Racing Series from Jennerstown Speedway. Chase to the Checkered is brought to you by Pizza Hut. Sometimes you've got to stop and smell the pizza. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Nelson along with Steve Richard, and welcome to this week's program. And boy, do we have a treat for you. One of the first major events of the 1993 season at Jennerstown Speedway. It is the 7th annual Fisher Snowplows 200 for the NASCAR Busch North Series Grand National Division. Now, in the next 30 minutes, we'll be highlighting that main event as well as 4-division racing action with our John Auto Parts Pure Later Late Models, AC Delco Pro Stocks, Steel Street Stocks, and Integra Bank Pure Stocks that we run on a weekly basis. A lot of cars in the pits. They're practicing now, and we'll be back shortly with the action. But out of the 30-plus cars in the Busch field that's here tonight, there is one make it two interesting competitors.
One is Sergeant Charlie Cragen because he's running double duty tonight. He's leading in the Winston Racing Series Northeastern Division late model division that we run here. So that's very important to Charlie, but he's going to run a Busch car tonight. We're going to talk to him a little bit later on to see how he's going to handle the pressure of running double duty. And first time back with us in '93, last year's Pro Stock champion here at Jennerstown, Brad Smales, running a Busch car. It'll be interesting to see how he does. Lots of cars out there, Mike.
We'll be looking forward to presenting first the 4-division weekly action highlights that took place on June 12th, and then followed later in the show by the 7th annual Fisher Snowplows 200. Right back after these messages.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big, bigger than big.
Huge, huge, large, astronomically big.
Big would be an understatement.
Very big, huge.
Some guy, big, huge.
When it arrives, you better not be alone. Bigfoot.
Pizza Hut!
From Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza, 21 slices on a tasty new crust, $10.99 for up to 3 toppings. It's bigger than pizza. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut, a legendary value.
This Saturday, Keystone Steel presents the NASCAR Winston Racing Series at Jennerstown Speedway. See the John Auto Parts Pure Later Late Models, AC Delco Pro Stocks, Steel Street Stocks, and Integra Bank Pure Stocks on Jennerstown's Lightning Quick Asphalt Oval. Gates open at 4, late model time trials at 6:30, and racing at 7 p.m. Remember, children 12 and under are admitted to grandstand seating absolutely free, with special student pricing for those 13 through 17. Don't miss it. Keystone Steel's presentation of the NASCAR Winston Racing Series, Saturday, 7 p.m. at Jennerstown Speedway.
New Stanton Auto Body. For over 25 years, the professional reconditioner for major auto manufacturers now offers its expert service to you. From major body repair to minor or complete detail work, our highly skilled and experienced staff will have your car or truck looking and driving like new. New Stanton Auto Body uses only original manufacturer's parts and supplies. Always quality parts, complete attention to detail, all at affordable prices. New Stanton Auto Body, Waltz Mill Road, New Stanton.
Back with the Integra Bank Pure Stocks in their 15-lap main, the Fisher Snowplows event. Reverse order for regular 4 divisions, as there's so much racing to cover in the next 30 minutes. Before we really pick things up, the Green Flag Racing, Steve, I want to wish my dad a speedy recovery. He's in the hospital for surgery this past week, and I know a lot of folks at the track miss him. We hope to see him back soon. Get well soon, Dad.
That's right. Come back soon. A lot of drivers asking about you. As we're coming up to speed, I have to say, please hurry back. I only have Mike to talk to. I need intelligent conversation.
Speaking of intelligent conversation, we were 3 wide momentarily there at the start of this event, and it's our fireworks division, the Integra Bank Pure Stocks, as they work out of turn 2. It's Robin Rimmel with the lead with that Ford. Second is Brian Thomas, and we still got them stacked up, as you say, a parkway jump down the back straight.
But look what happens at the top of the screen. We had a spin out there coming out of turn 2. It's rookie Mike Davis having a few problems on the opening lap of the race. He'll get the car straightened back out. We're going to line them all up again. It's back to racing. We're now on lap 3. This is the battle for the lead. And it's Robin Rimmel on the point, but he's feeling a lot of pressure. Let's take it right into the live call.
Here comes Mark Gordon. He dives to the low side. We're trying to make a sandwich shop. Mabel has her hand on the refrigerator, but it's no mayonnaise as of yet. Out of turn 4. Here comes Gordon once again. Rimmel saying no. He can see a career first going down the drain. And here comes Gordon. The winner last night at Motordrome takes over the point position. And now the Coconars are teaming up, trying to go. Chris says, come on, Scott, get going. And the Terminites scratch their head in confusion. We often talk about the Terminites, Steve. Those are the Coconar race fans. Terminites as in Terminators. Look at Robin Rimmel sliding up high in this battle for second. And it is Scott, the younger brother, still hanging it out over his older brother, Chris. We're going to take this edit on, though. We're moving late in the event. This is the battle for second with only 2 laps to go, and it's worth taking to the call. Into 1 and 2. Coconar dives to the low side of back line. Oh, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? Down the back straightaway, Scott Mitchell takes the opportunity to Ron's auto cell. Oh, look out on the back straight. Oh, no, disaster on the back straight. And the yellow comes out as we spill. Oh, we're still not done. Oh, unbelievable.
George Nicola and Lisa Jones taking the brunt of it, hitting the wall very hard there. Let's take a look at what happens again. It is Chris Kokenauer and Robin Rimmel getting together there into the wall. Oh, and just listen. Mike, sounds like you getting a car out of a parking lot.
Hey, that's not fair. I don't drive a car anyway.
Anyways, on a more serious note, we did have a couple of drivers that were shaken up, George and Lisa both, but they turned out to be okay. We're going to pick our action up. It's the end of the race. Last lap, Mike. This is a battle for second place. If we pull the camera back, we can see Mark Corden. He's going to come on to take the checkered for a career first here at Jennerstown.
And for the rookie, it's his first at the Lower Highlands Oval. He has won at Motordrome already this season. In the Fisher Snowplows 15-lap main for the Integra Bank Pure Stocks, there's a look at the top 5 finishing positions with Scott Kokenauer, of course, beating Mike Bacalon at the line. A happy Mark Corden in victory lane as we move on in this reversed ordered program of this week to the Steel Street Stocks in our Fisher Snowplows 20 Circuit Main.
Oh, Mike, we had all kinds of fireworks with the Pure Stocks. This is our Thunder and Lightning division, the Steel Street Stocks. And here's our front 3 rows. Carl Tavero and Tony Hirsch on the front row. It's going to be up to them to get the field started. The Hot Shoes previous week's winners back a bit farther in the pack, including Brian Audie, Mike Heminger, Jack Satosky. And here they come. Ron Brutt will drop the green flag, and the Thunder and Lightning Street Stocks down the front straight.
Oh, and pressure on the back bumper is the buzzword in this division as Tony Hirsch and the Fraser's Plumbing and Heating 97 takes the lead. The struggle for second on the high side is a Haas Stake and Seahawks Ziegler Chevrolet 3 of Dave Wilt. He struggles to get by the 5 of Carl Trevera and is able to accomplish the task as they work out of turn 4.
Hirsch, the driver out of Bakersville, Pennsylvania, driving the street stock again this year after driving a pro stock the last couple of years, is still looking for that win here at Jennerstown, and he says tonight's the night, but it is Dave Wilt applying incessant pressure here along the back straight. He pulls up on the inside of Hirsch, but Tony says, no way, Jose, slams the door as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Now, as a matter of fact, this battle and another battle, another red car, you see the number 30 of Jack Satosky. He's now on the back bumper of Tony Hirsch. This is late in the race. Hirsch has been feeling this pressure all race long, and he's got to be saying, I'm going to hold him off. I'm going to hold him off. If it's not one red car, it's another.
Oh, it looks like it's fire engine red behind him, trying to make that low side move. They're going around a rookie out there, lapped automobile 24 of John Rhodes, and Dave Wilt's able to join in and make it a threesome as they struggle for the top spot. For Tony Hirsch, it's been a tough trip at the Lower Highlands Oval year after year, never getting into victory lane. He continues fighting for the lead, and everybody begins to intensify things. Here's the call.
This time around, there are 2 laps to go, race fans. Can a Ford do it? Can Tony Hirsch visit victory lane for a career first? Will Satosky play the spoiler? Satosky works right on the low side once again. Down the back straightaway. A lap and a half remaining. Dave Wilt in third has a bird's eye view of everything going on. Satosky says it's time to go high. Oh, Satosky with a dive bomb move. The white flag, race fans. And Satosky commits. Here's Hirsch and Satosky. They go side by side in 1 and 2. Somebody call Mr. Polaroid. I feel a photo finish. No, Satosky's playing the spoiler. Tony Hirsch says, no, not now. The last lap. The career first goes away. He knocks on the bumper. Satosky out of turn 4. Here comes Hirsch. He tries it on the low side, and it's Satosky.
By less than a car length, Jack Satosky makes the trip to victory lane in the Fisher Snowplow presentation of the 20-lap main for the Steel Street Stocks, and there's our top 5 finishers.
Oh, I'll tell you, these folks have got to be fired up. They've had a tremendous year starting out last year, and it continues in this season. Stay with us. We're going to be back with some more racing action with Pro Stocks and Late Models right after this.
Do you want a career that's in demand? Consider training as an automotive technician. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, demand is rising for skilled automotive technicians. National education centers can train you to become part of this growing field. You'll learn how to diagnose and repair today's complex mechanical and electronic automotive systems. Everything you need to get started as an automotive technician. This is a great career. Call NEC's Vail Technical Institute campus today. Call 1-800-722-7337. 1-800-722-7337. Call now.
Attention NASCAR fans, don't miss the 4th annual Granger Select Race of Champions at Monodrome Speedway Friday, June 25th. See Winston Cup drivers Bill Elliott, Bobby Hillen, Dale Jarrett, Rick Wilson, and Michael Waltrip. Brought to you by Steel City Products and AC Delco. Racing, interviews, autographs, plus Monodrome's regular 4 divisions of the Winston Racing Series. Gates open at 3, autographs at 6:30. Racing starts at 8 p.m. The 4th annual Granger Select Race of Champions Friday, June 25th. Monodrome Speedway, Smithton.
New Stanton Auto Body. For over 25 years, the professional reconditioner for major auto manufacturers now offers its expert service to you. From major body repair to minor or complete detail work, our highly skilled and experienced staff will have your car or truck looking and driving like new. New Stanton Auto Body uses only original manufacturer's parts and supplies. Always quality parts, complete attention to detail, all at affordable prices. New Stanton Auto Body, Waltz Mill Road, New Stanton.
Back with the Fisher snowplows, 25 go-rounds for the AC Delco Pro Stocks. And as the field sets up down the back straight behind that beautiful Thomas Chevrolet Lumina Z34 pace car, we're going to post up the top 3 rows and see what's going on in the back of the field.
Well, in the front of the field, a couple of drivers still looking for career first wins. Mark Robert and Don Wyatt. Back in the middle of the pack, well, our former feature winners, including the likes of Ron Delano Jr., Jeff Dunmeyer, and a bunch of guys that would like to maybe be a repeat winner here at Jennerstown. But it's up to Roberts and Don Wyatt on the front row to get the race started. Ron Brett drops the green flag, and it's Don Wyatt from Johnstown who jumps out to the early lead.
As they work through turns 1 and 2, the whole field stays stacked. Double foul in that pregnant mechanical caterpillar, we like to call it. But the Dunlow transfer 19 jumps to the lead. We're establishing 3 grooves there as we go in. Can we do it? We continue with 3 grooves. Look at Halp in the middle of this sandwich job. Out of turn 4, it continues to Tracy Potter up behind the 41. Gets the worst of it. Chucky Kessler stays low in the 91, and he's working that battle for 3rd place position. You can't do that too often and get away with it like that, Steve.
Not in this division. These cars generally don't make it 3 wide in the turns. It is still Don Wyatt on the point. The battle, the really heated stuff is going on for that 2nd and 3rd place position. Mark Roberts holding on to 2nd, but look at this flock of cars, as you call them.
Well, Robertson, the Coleman Jewelers Quality Brands Duquesne litho machine still holds on. That's that white automobile out there. He's had some engine problems early in the first couple times he's been out this season, but the car looks very well here this evening. Down to the low side goes Chuck Kessler momentarily, not able to make the move. We jump on in the event, though. This is the mid-race point of the race with a 3rd place battle, and it's Halp up high as they come out of 4.
And look at this. Here's the red number 49 of Denny Wingert, who started back in the middle of the field. Former feature winner here. Won his career first at Jennerstown in the Pro Stock division earlier this season. He is now battling Halp for that 2nd place position.
Steve, I'm intrigued with Denny Wingert. You know, sometimes that car runs like a lightning bolt, and in other weeks he has all kinds of problems. I know as he dives to the low side, your boy Luke works on his pit crew, doesn't he? Do you have any insight there?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Denny knows how to drive a car a little bit better than I do. Oh, speaking of driving a car, Jeff Dunmeyer gets the car loose, and he collects the outside retaining wall. Chucky Kessler does an excellent job of avoiding that incident. Now, let's move on in the event. What we're looking at is a battle for the lead. Lap 14 at that number 49 we talked about. Denny Wingert on the back bumper of Don Wyatt. 2 drivers who know each other very well. They're actually neighbors, and it is Wingert who pulls down on the low side of Wyatt. Heading into the turns, he's going to try and put the moves on him. Ron Delano following closely.
Oh, he's playing another spoiler here because the 19 of Don Wyatt trying for a career first win, and he drops off that point position as Wingert takes it. The window stays open, and the 62 machine with Ron Delano Jr. aboard will take over 2nd.
And as we move on to the end of the race, nothing has changed. It is still Denny Wingert at the point. He takes the checkered. Delano 2nd, and Wyatt holds on for 3rd. There we see a very happy Denny Wingert in victory lane in the Fisher Snowplow presentation of the AC Delco Pro Stocks.
You know, for Denny Wingert, I should mention this to some of the folks, a lot of the Fords will actually run Chevy blocks under that Ford skin. For Denny Wingert, he said it's an all-Ford automobile into victory lane. Ford power as well as the Ford body. And a happy driver. And we're going to take this on now to our main event of weekly racing prior to our Fisher Snowplows 200 for the NASCAR Busch Cars. This is the John Auto Parts Pure Later Late Model feature. Fisher Snowplow 35 lap main.
And as a gorgeous evening sets here at Jennerstown, let's take a look at our front 3 rows. All this beautiful color coming down the back straight. Rick Jock, Tom Erickson on the front row. The likes of Charlie Craig and Steve Pellis and Glenn Galt, 3 former NASCAR Northeast Region Winston Racing Series champions, have their work cut out for them. There's some tough guys to pass ahead of them, the likes of Rick Miller, let alone Tom Erickson. At the front of the field, here comes Tom Erickson. He comes up to speed. Rick Jock having problems. Interestingly enough, a couple of weeks ago, Erickson couldn't come up to speed. Last week, he almost won the feature. Tonight, maybe he says, it's going to be my night.
Well, he's been hot lately as he dragged race down the back straightaway, bringing this whole field with him. He's won the last 2 weeks in a row, Sunday evenings at the Clearfield Mountain Speedway, and he continues stretching this out over Rick Miller, Bobby Henry, and the talent you talked about in the middle of the field. Tim Ice also in there with that lime green and white automobile.
Look at this cluster of cars battling for positions 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all side by side, door panel to door panel. We pull out a little bit, and we'll show you. It is still Tom Erickson holding the point position. 2 drivers from Connellsville, Rick Miller and Bobby Henry. They're battling for 2nd and 3rd behind Erickson, but again, we'll focus our attention on the middle of the field. A lot of talent back there. Pellis, Audi, and what those guys are doing are door panel to door panel. As you would say, you can't even put a sheet of notebook paper between them. Like it wasn't too many years ago, we would have problems doing this for too many laps.
With the majority of these competitors now having at least 6 years under the belt on the pavement, it certainly showed in their ability to go side by side. But we move on. It is the battle for 3rd place position on lap 20. Tim Ice, the Wadsworth, Ohio driver, has been able to move up to the low side of the 77 of Bobby Henry. Henry with the Brooks Oldsmobile Hodge transmission machine still works that middle groove, while Ice, who's been working very well on the low side of this racetrack in the last couple of weeks, continues with the Howe Enterprise fast racing engine Oldsmobile machine. He's cut off there momentarily, but Bobby Henry and Tim Ice better watch out, because here comes the Casa Fire Equipment Twin County Chevrolet dealer number 42 machine of Charging Charlie Cragen, and he's bringing the other talent with him, Steve Pellis in the 00, and the 75 out of the picture of Audi. As they work down the back straight, Ice decides to make that commitment to the low line, but Henry holds him off.
Mike, what we're going to do here is move on in the event. This is just 3 laps to go following a Jason Mignon spin. Couple things have happened. You'll notice Charlie Cragen is not in the field. He had mechanical problems. The car broke. He had to drop out. So what we're looking at is still Tiger Tom Erickson at the point position, Rick Miller running 2nd, Tim Ice 3rd. And as they come down the front straight, we can get a good look at that field of cars battling for positions, actually 2nd back through about 5th or 6th.
Well, Rick Miller still continues with an impressive run, trying to hold off Tim Ice, who continues really clawing his way through this field, and we're going to take it to the call.
Tim Ice continues to struggle on Rick Miller. Can he make the move? Bobby Henry and Stevie Pellis. Pellis gets by for 4th. Here comes the 65 Ice, and Stevie Pellis closes it up. We got 3 cars battling for 2nd. It's all Erickson with the white flag, but look at the battle for the last right spot right here in the front straight.
But it's Rick Miller out of Connellsville, Pennsylvania, late in fielding a car here in Jennerstown this year who holds on to the 2nd place position. Tim Ice adding the pressure from behind, but Steve Pellis has been running quite hot. He's going to put his 2 cents in this as well. But we're going to pull our camera back out with a comfortable lead. It is Tom Erickson taking the checkered for his first win at Jennerstown in '93.
A happy Tiger Tom in Victory Lane ways to all of you back in television land in his Fisher Snowplows 35-lap main for the Giant Auto Parts Pure Later Late models. There's a look at the top 4. You see Stevie Pellis was not able to grab 3rd from Ice at the drop of the checker. Bobby Henry hanging on for 5th.
Back to Victory Lane with Tom Erickson and a big smile on his face. Hey, Mike, we got lots of racing coming up. The 200 for the Busch Grand Nationals.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big. Bigger than big.
Huge, huge, large, astronomically big.
Big would be an understatement.
Very big. Huge.
Oh, God, big, huge.
When it arrives, you better not be alone. Bigfoot.
Pizza Hut.
From Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza. 21 slices on a tasty new crust. $10.99 for up to 3 toppings. It's bigger than pizza. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. A legendary value.
Attention NASCAR fans, don't miss the 4th annual Granger Select Race of Champions at Monodrome Speedway Friday, June 25th. See Winston Cup drivers Bill Elliott, Bobby Hillen, Dale Jarrett, Rick Wilson, and Michael Waltrip. Brought to you by Steel City Products and AC Delco. Racing, interviews, autographs, plus Monodrome's regular 4 divisions of the Winston Racing Series. Gates open at 3, autographs at 6:30. Racing starts at 8 p.m. The 4th annual Granger Select Race of Champions Friday, June 25th. Monodrome Speedway, Smithton.
Do you want a career that's in demand? Consider training as an automotive technician. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, demand is rising for skilled automotive technicians. National education centers can train you to become part of this growing field. You'll learn how to diagnose and repair today's complex mechanical and electronic automotive systems. Everything you need to get started as an automotive technician. This is a great career. Call NEC's Vail Technical Institute campus today. Call 1-800-722-7337. 1-800-722-7337. Call now.
Welcome back to the Fisher Snowplows 200, the race we've been waiting for. But before we get started with it, let's take a look on this break at one very special competitor in the field.
This race break is brought to you by Pizza Hut. Sometimes you've got to stop and smell the pizza.
As we mentioned at the top of the show, Charlie Cragen pulling double duty tonight, running in the Fisher Snowplow 200 as well as his 42 late model for the Scanlon Clinic team. Charlie, how did you get hooked up with a Busch car? You've never driven a Busch car before, have you?
No, I haven't. I drove an ASA car last year, which seems kind of similar, you know, after I've run a few laps here.
Now, you're having some problems with the car.
Yeah, we just broke the oil pump drive on it, you know, and so they're not going to take a chance on the engines. They're going to switch engines.
Okay, now, as far as getting hooked up with the Busch car, where did it come from?
Thomas is that they haven't run too many races this year, and they decided they wanted to run this one, and they asked me if I wanted to try it, and I was glad to.
Okay, now you got to be feeling pressure tonight because of the Busch race, and also because you're leading in the Northeast Region Winston Racing Series, so you still have some pressure you got to be feeling as far as driving a late model. Where are your priorities tonight?
Well, I'm going to do the best I can with our late model for sure, and I want to run a good race for them too. Do the best I can when I'm out there in the track, whichever car it is.
Okay, thanks a lot, Charlie. Good luck.
This race break has been brought to you by Pizza Hut. Sometimes you've got to stop and smell the pizza.
Back with a field of 33 cars in this NASCAR Busch North Series Grand National Division. Before we start the race, let's take a look at the front three rows. On the pole, it's rookie Tom Rosati. Actually, all 6 of these cars were fastest qualifiers in time trials. The fastest driver was Robbie Crouch, the series point leader, but it's going to be up to the rookie Rosati to bring the field up to speed as Ron Brett drops the green flag, and the Fisher Snowplow 200 underway here at Jennerstown.
Oh, Steve, a field like this will put goosebumps on the arms and backs of race fans. There's $1.3 million worth of racing machinery and over 17,000 horsepower, predominantly in V6 automobiles. Look at this first row. The Coors Extra Gold 51 of Magic Shoes, Mike McLaughlin on the high side, and the rookie Tom Rossetti down on the low line. As they battle in turns 1 and 2, things continue to stay exciting, and here's the call.
We continue this side-by-side battle. Rossetti down on the low side. The Pro Stock veteran outside of him. An open-wheel NASCAR modified veteran, McLaughlin, in the Coors Extra Gold 51, trying to break through for the point. He slams up by Rossetti, comes right back up on a race fans, and denies him the opportunity. The Jordan Lover Makita Power Tools 47 of Scarborough, Maine. Kelly Moore right there battling. 3 cars stacked up for the lead position. Robbie Crouch in the right aid. Tic Tac 48 rides in 4th. Watching these trio of leaders battling it out in turns 3 and 4. Look, they're trying to make it 3 wide. Oh, McLaughlin goes up high and really loses a handle. Slips back, and the Jordan number 47 of Kelly Moore breaks through.
Early in the race, we did have a spin by one of the cars, and that brings about this restart early in the race. And now we're looking at Kelly Moore on the outside of Tony Rosati as they come out of turns 4. He is going to be the one that takes over the point position. Now, things went pretty much this way until lap 85 when we had an incident with Curtis Markham makes contact with the outside retaining wall on the back straight. This is interesting because he's running second in points, and he's now out of the race, Mike.
And you know what else happens here is the leader at this time, Kelly Moore, chose to go into the pits. And when we go back to green flag racing, it's Robbie Crouch now taking over the lead. That's a lapped automobile in front of him as Crouch continues down the front straight.
And Crouch not only leading in the race, but also in the series, has smoke coming out from underneath of his car. He'll continue to run, and to add more drama here at Jennerstown, we're going to move ahead just a few laps later. This is Bobby Dragon collecting the outside retaining wall, and he is structurally hurt very bad.
The third place position point man has problems. We move back to racing, and Crouch pitted during that time. And it's Stub Fadden, the racing grandfather, now with the lead, being pressured by Kelly Moore. Moore will work the low side, and Moore is one who knows his speedway and finds checkered flags here often. We've had 8 events up to this 7th annual Fisher Snowplows 200, and Moore has won 3 of those. He goes to the low side of the racing grandfather, 60 years of age, Stub Fadden, but Fadden denies him the opportunity. Now, Fadden finished in this event second last year, and he continues leading.
Fadden, who's been running with the Busch Series for many years, has only 1 career win, and I'm sure he would love dearly to collect a win here at Jennerstown. As they work their way through the turns, we had an incident on the front straight. This is Keith Lamel, who makes contact with the outside retaining wall, drifts to the inside on lap 126, and what we're going to have to do is restart him up.
Fadden chose to stay out in that yellow flag incident, but we're looking at the battle for 4th. As Stub Fadden continues to lead, here's the smoking Tic Tac 48 machine of Robbie Crouch, holding on to that position, coming up through the field, and quietly making his presence known as Jeff Berry. He dives to the low side of Crouch's automobile. Then we had some drama happen. Here it is, turn 1, lap 169, his multi-car crash. While this happened, your leader, Stub Fadden, went into the pits for a change of sneakers and then back to the rear of the field. As we move on in the event, this is a battle on lap 182 for the lead.
And it's a 3-way battle between Jamie Obie, Dick McCabe, and Jeff Barry. Let's take it right into the live call as things are really heating up.
Look at this, McCabe to the low line, and the Fisher Fisher snowplow 0 battles with Ovi. Oh, Ovi into the wall a little bit, and McCabe breaks through. He takes the lead. Ovi comes back up on him, side by side, wheel to wheel. McCabe, here comes Jeff Berry. Look at Berry on the inside.
Oh, it's a classic late race duel at the Lower Highlands Oval in this division. And look at the 0 of Dick McCabe, the Irish Angel, as they go down the back straight. And then all of a sudden, we'll have the late race dramatics. Right here, a spin by Robbie Crouch with only 4 laps remaining. Sets out for a literal shootout at Jennerstown.
And as the action continues late in the race, it is still Dick McCabe on the point. Jeff Berry pressuring from behind. And just behind Berry, the 51 of Mike McLaughlin. Let's go to one last live call.
A white flag, 1 lap remaining. And it turns 1 and 2. McCabe in the middle group. Berry tries low on him. Out of turn 2, down the back straight. McCabe with a half a lap remaining. Berry has to pull something out of the bag of tricks. In 3 and 4, McCabe wheeling out. Berry will try a last ditch effort. He goes to the low side. Here it is, and it's McCabe.
Another fantastic race for the NASCAR Busch Grand National North Series cars at Jennerstown. Happy Dick McCabe in victory lane, 2nd year in a row in the Fisher Snowplows 200.
And as we look at our top 5, McCabe, again, his first win of 93. Also should mention Sergeant Charlie Cragen finishing 14th in the field of 33 cars. Back with a final word after these messages.
Crashes, crashes, and more crashes. Have you ever wondered where you can see all the mishaps from Jennerstown Speedway? Well, look no further, as we've come up with the ultimate, Jennerstown Speedway's Madcap Mishaps and Mayhem. It's a potpourri of some of the wildest short track miscues imaginable. In our quest to bring you all the excitement, we've searched over 900 hours of production quality video to bring you spins, fires, loose wheels, totaled cars, flips, and parking lot style pileups. If it's in our video library, it's on this VHS cassette tape. Jennerstown